What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Chris Man. I am here at the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast. It is Wednesday, September 24th, 2025. My name is Chris Drummond. I am a freelance sports reporter based out of upstate New York here and proprietor of this podcast, Work Hard, Play Harder, where I bring individuals on to talk about their why and get to know them outside of their occupation. I got a very special guest that's on with me today. She is a junior student attending Rider University. She also happens to be an athlete, a pretty good one too, that's on the volleyball team at Rider University as well. Her name is Rylah Robinson. And we're going to talk to her about her why of getting into sports, and we're going to also ask her some get to know you questions. Some get to know you questions. So, Rylah, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. Thank you for agreeing to come on. I really do appreciate it. My first question to you is the same as it always is with everybody that comes on here, and that is, what is your why? Why do you do what you do? Did you have any role models, any inspirations growing up? But ultimately, what is your why for wanting to get into sports?
So when I was little, around 3, my mom put me in dance. My sister danced. She's about 5 years older than me. So I just looked up to my sister like any little girl would do. I started dance. I danced for 9 years.
Mm,
And then kind of towards the end, of course, I loved it, but I wanted something more. I knew it was kind of like my sister's thing, and I wanted to find my own thing.
right.
So I had a neighbor who played volleyball, and one of my best friends when I was little also swam. So I started swim. Again, wasn't really my thing. So I started playing volleyball. I started just rec league, and I did that for about 4 years. I started when I was 8. So then 12 was kind of like where you get more competitive. So I decided to try out for a club team and just completely fell in love with it.
I love that. I do. Now you're an outside hitter, mind you. I'm a sports journalist, so I literally cover a lot of high school volleyball, cover college volleyball. So the outside hitters are the people that do all the kills, if I'm not mistaken. They're the ones that do the kills a lot and the blocks at times on defense
Yes.
as well. And I know for me personally, I practiced with a Division 1 volleyball team one time, and I said, "Oh hell no, I'm not gonna do this again," because y'all hit the ball extremely hard and fast, and I'm like, I'm good. Like my favorite position on volleyball is libero. That's my favorite
Mhm.
position. I love the
Yeah.
different color jersey. I love the libero. I love that. But I was just getting brutalized. And this was against really talented women on a volleyball team. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay in my lane and just right. Y'all play. For sure. Now you're an outside hitter. Were you always an outside hitter?
Yes. So ever since I was 12, I started as an outside. I've always been like a stronger built kid. Even when I danced and I swam, I was always broad shouldered, muscles. I have
Mm,
so many pictures where I was just jacked as a 6-year-old and never knew why. Just definitely
okay.
genetics.
Okay.
Um, so my first coach was like, "You have a strong arm. I have so much like belief in you." And I was tall at this age, for being 12, so hitting was definitely my forte, and then I just stuck through it.
Hmm.
Um, Once I hit about 14, 15, of course, that's when girls are now super tall and like you kind of stay at your height. I was always a shorter hitter. My first year in high school, I was the only freshman on varsity, and when I got like offered that, my coach, and I'll never forget, she said this, I take it with me for every game. She
Hmm.
said, "I know you're young and I know you're smaller for being a hitter, but you play like you're 6'4". So I'm 5'8". So I knew going into Division 1, if that's what I wanted, that I had to play smarter and harder as a 5'8" hitter to be able to play against 18-year-olds at the time and
Right.
playing girls who are 6'4", but if I'm mentally 6'4", then I can beat and play whoever I want to.
Absolutely. Yeah. And my thought process was when I was doing my background research, as I normally do with every guest that I have on here, I'm like, oh my Lord, she plays volleyball and she's 5'8" and she's hitting the ball that hard. I was like, oh my goodness. I pray for the other people on the other team. For sure, for sure, no question. Did you ever play any I know you said you swim and you dance. You ever thought about playing basketball?
So my dad was a big basketball guy. He played all through high school, and then
Mhm.
he used to referee for Division 1. Uh, I just never had the interest in it. I grew up watching basketball games, like
Right.
going to like support him while he refed, and it never like sparked a plug for me. Definitely a thought now that I'm older because I get the question, "Oh, do you play basketball a lot?" But I never did.
Okay. All right. I definitely have to ask the question. That's for sure. Now, it's interesting that your name is Rylah Robinson and you went to Robinson High School. That's
Yes,
interesting. That's very interesting, doing that. But also, you're from Fairfax, Virginia. So I believe Rider University is in Virginia as well.
it's in
Um,
New Jersey.
right. I'm sorry. That's
Yes.
right. It's in New Jersey. My apology. I was thinking about something else. Tell me, what were there any other schools that you were considering going to outside of Rider University? And if so, what were the schools? What made Rider the final like choice for you?
Yeah, so I had a couple a couple D1, a lot of D2s and a lot of D3s. Now, in my heart it was I want to go D1. I think that's like what a lot of kids in high
Oh
school
yeah.
like think like you just want to go D1, you want to just try your best. So, I went on a lot of visits with D2 and D3 programs, but of course I had this constant, but I think I can do it. Like I know I'm undersized, but I think I can really reach that goal. And
Right.
then Ryder was kind of like my number one from when I first went on a visit. I went on a visit here when I was a sophomore. I guess I was a junior because it was after June 15th of my sophomore year. And I just loved the program. The coaches, I guess in high school, I had a really like mental tough coach. And
Right.
I couldn't see it at the time, the way that he pushed us so hard that made me such a good player. But I wanted something different. I wanted just to understand like what different coaching styles were. And I absolutely loved that from my coach. He's definitely a person who cares so much deeply about person over player, which is hard as an athlete, especially in college, to figure out. So Ryder
Right.
was kind of like my number one. Uh, I went to, let me think, I had a visit at Norfolk State.
Mm.
I went to Gannon University. I was talking with, oh goodness, this was such a long time ago, it feels like. Um, what was it? I talked to Sanford, Tulsa. I talked to a bunch of different places, but I loved that Ryder wasn't down the street from my house, where I could go
Right.
home all the time and I could get that like separation and like live what it's like to be on my own. But then it's also so close that I can go home and see my family, or my mom comes to every game and my dad comes up as much as he can with his job. So it was just kind of like a perfect fit
Right.
for me, and I loved the way the girls just got along. And even as a recruit, I wasn't going to play with some of the junior and seniors when I first came, but they made me feel like I was so welcomed the first step I came in the gym.
I love that. I do. I really do. And listen, you grow and you mature even more when you kind of move away from home. Obviously, it's New Jersey's up north, and and you're used to being kind of in the. I wouldn't. I don't know if Virginia's a northeast kind of thing. I'm not sure if it's
It's a big
Virginia's
debate
northeast.
here. I go to
Right.
class, I say I'm from Virginia, and they think, "Oh my gosh, you're Southern." And I'm like, "I don't have an accent. I'm not really
Right.
South. To me, it's
Right.
more middle." But definitely, I would say Fairfax, Virginia is definitely like Northeast. If I was a little more from Southern Virginia, I'd let it slide.
I feel that. I feel that. Now, Ryla, I want to ask you some favorite questions. You just give me the 411 off the rip based upon these favorite questions, okay? So, um this first one here, I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna ask this anyway. Favorite meal you like to cook?
That is a great question. Recently, I've been making a lot of steaks. I love a good steak and potatoes. I really love eating pasta, especially like night before games.
Yep.
Kind of my biggest things right now.
I figured the pasta, but you definitely threw me off with the steak. No question about that. Now, how do you like to make your steak? Is it well done? Is it medium rare? How do you like to make it?
Oh, I'm definitely a medium rare girl.
Girl, you on point like a period. That's what I would say. You are doing your thing. I love that. I love that, Rylah. That's what's up. That's awesome. Huge in the steak. Love pasta. That's probably my favorite. No question about that. Favorite concert you've ever attended?
Mm, that's a good one. What is it? 2 years ago,
Hmm.
I flew my best friend from school. Uh, she came down to Virginia. She's from Illinois, and we went to the 21 Savage concert. That was a lot of fun.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay. 21 Savage. I didn't think he was ratchet like that. I was like, okay, okay, you like you some Savage. Okay, I'm with you on
Yeah.
that.
Nardo Wick was
Yeah.
there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, 21 is good. I like 21. Okay. I would say mine is definitely the weekend. I'm a huge weekend
Mm,
person, so definitely
yeah.
love the weekend. Nice vibes, nice it's but I like the R&B kind of vibes, but
Mhm.
I also like Kendrick Lamar too. So I like Kendrick as well. So
Yeah.
that's pretty dope. Okay.
I wanted
That's
to go to the Kendrick Lamar SZA so bad.
oh man, I had a chance to see him at the Super Bowl. When I
Oh,
covered
yeah.
that. Yeah, so I covered the Super Bowl this past year. Had a chance to see him. I missed him when he came to Minneapolis before I moved up here to New York. But yeah, he's quite the vibe when you see him live.
Yeah.
That's no question about that for sure. Um, favorite place you've ever traveled to?
Mm. I've been to Mexico a couple times, but I will say my fiance he's in the military. He's in the army
Oh,
and he's currently stationed in Alaska.
okay,
And such a weird state to go to, but it was just so pretty. I mean, I went in March and it was freezing cold, but then I went this past summer in July and it was just so beautiful.
okay. Yeah, Alaska. Okay, I'm with you on that. Shout out to your fiance though. Congratulations on that. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
I'm happy to hear that. That's for sure. I definitely need some recs from you because I've never been to Alaska before ever in my life. So that's for sure. Um, recommendations on what to do there for sure. That would be amazing. We're sports people, Ryla. So favorite sport you like to watch on TV and favorite sport you like to attend in person. They could be the same sport.
Great question. I would have to say attend, probably football.
Okay.
I'm a Lions fan. My cousin plays for the Lions, so I loved going. I went last Thanksgiving.
Hmm.
Um, so I loved that. That was a great experience, and I'm going this November when they play the Eagles. Definitely a fun experience.
Okay. Yeah. I think they play the Eagles in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. No question. And if I'm not mistaken, your cousin is Sam Laporta.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Who is the tight end for the Detroit Lions? That is absolutely amazing. And what a huge Monday night win that was against the
Mhm.
Baltimore Ravens. I'm pretty sure
Oh,
you watched that
yes.
game, right?
I did.
Mm-hmm. Pretty good. Pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. Now what about you said attend football, but what about watching on TV?
Um, I would definitely have to say just more volleyball. I feel like volleyball has grown so much in the past couple years, and it's just like great to see girls who are my age, like Harper Murray, Lainey, and all them, just like balling out there and being on Big Ten. Like that's a huge commitment, and like congrats to them. Like I think it's so interesting to just watch like how high of a level volleyball has become.
Yeah, absolutely. Is this something that you wouldn't mind doing professionally?
Me personally, no. I feel
Mhm.
like ever since I was little, I had this one dream of how my life was kind of going to go and career wise. And for me, I do have a red shirt year. So I like thinking about taking that with my grad school. But Professional, probably not.
Okay, I feel that. Now, what is your major?
So I'm a health science major.
Oh, okay, that's pretty awesome. What would you like to do with that?
I'm thinking about either nursing school, then going to nurse practitioner, or PA school. And then I want to specialize in OBGYN and women's health.
Okay, I love that. That's amazing. We need more people like that in the medical field like that. So I love that, Ryla. That's for sure. Now, last of the favorites. Favorite place you like to eat out at New Jersey? In New
Mm.
Jersey, because I typically go there at least once or twice a year. I have family in Brooklyn, and plus there's a lot of sport and stuff that goes on in New York, and New Jersey's right there. Newark, I'm really familiar with, but the rest of New Jersey, I'm not. So let me know what is a place I should check out when I go down there as far as eating goes.
So I don't really know Newark area. That's about an hour north from us. But if
Hmm.
you're ever down in Lawrenceville,
Yeah.
straight down the road from Ryder is this really good pizza place called Fidelo's. That's always the place to go to after practice or having fun with the team and stuff. It's just great pizza. I mean, I'm from Virginia, so it's kind of like chain pizza most of the time, but Jersey pizza is just different. It's good. So, Fidelo's one of my favorite spots. I always miss it when I go home for breaks.
Okay, I would definitely keep that in mind. No question about that. And I'm definitely going to check out Lawrenceville, or Lawrence, I should say, Lawrence, Jersey. I'm definitely going to check that out for sure because I've been to Secaucus.
Mhm.
Piscataway is where Rutgers is.
Yeah.
And then I know Newark pretty well because I flew into there. They have a big airport there. So
Yeah.
I know those three for sure. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check that one out for sure. I want to talk to you about your day to day. You being a junior student, now you being an upperclassman, I'm sure you take about 4 classes or more each semester because that's what a full time student does, typically 4 or more. You have practice, as you say, you have games. The volleyball games, you playing about 25 to 35 games a year, if not, if around that range. And then you also have classes, you have homework, and stuff like that. Tell me about your day-to-day operations of being a student athlete. How do you prepare yourself to do that? How do you get enough sleep? Do you have any tutors? Do you have roommates that's teammates that you have to make like a certain kind of pact? Like this is what we have to do. Plus, you seem like a very sociable person, someone that likes to go out and have a good time. So, how do you balance that in as well?
So, depending on the day, like let's take my Mondays, I wake up pretty early. I have, let's see, 3 classes that day. One is an hour, one's an hour and a half, and then the other one's a 3 hour because that's a
Ooh,
lab. Yeah. And then so I'm pretty much at school for class from about 8:50, and my last class ends at 4:20, and I have 1 hour break in between one of those classes. Then our practice starts at 4:30 and goes to around 7.
ooh.
And then yeah, about 2.5 hour practice. We normally don't take the full 2 hours, 2.5 hours. Um, but sometimes we will, just depending on what we want to clean up. Is there any specific defense we want to do for the teams upcoming this weekend? Then I come home, shower, I make my dinner, and then so I live with 3 of my teammates. And we kind of always had this pact since summer, like once our homework's done, or if we do our homework, it's mostly downstairs, so we don't feel like we have to isolate ourselves in our room. So we've kind of always just all 4 of us hang out, do our homework, and then try to get to bed around like 10:30ish. So it's kind of long days. My Tuesdays are a lot easier. I get up later. I have lift at 11:30 to 12:30. Then I have class at 2:50 to 4:20, and then practice the 3 hours. So it just kind of depends on how you make your schedule. Definitely getting homework done in the breaks that I have, like the 1 hour break on my Mondays, having time after lift, before lift.
Mhm.
There's definitely enough time, and I will say, like traveling in days where we are on buses and stuff definitely help. Our coaches are very good with when we're at hotels, they give us academic practice time. So there'll be like 3 hours before we call lights out, where they're just downstairs hanging out, and we're more than welcome to come and find a quiet place and just get work done, which
Sure.
is really
Absolutely.
useful.
Yeah, absolutely. No question about that. Is it what difference is it as far as the off season? So say like the off season and you're not in sport, you're not playing games, you're obviously still doing classes, still doing homework, and that's in the springtime. What what is your day-to-day process then?
So typically with spring, we have a certain amount of hours that we're allowed to be in the gym. So it first starts, there's only 8 hours, which includes lift. So I think it's 3 practices a week instead of five, which are normally like a little less than 2 hours, and then we still have lift twice a week. It's
Right.
definitely a lot less, and we will do a morning practice once a week, which
Mhm.
definitely like frees up my day. Um, and then it also makes it able to go to baseball games, go to basketball games. It gives us chances to like go and do things and definitely support other sports because they support us. But with homework, it's just kind of the way you schedule yourself. So if I know I don't want to do anything after Tuesday morning's practice, I just don't
Mhm.
schedule myself for a Tuesday class. So it's definitely easier, especially with having when we get when we're able to make our schedules, athletes are first because we're so busy, and there's times that our coaches don't want us to have class, that we get that priority, which is super nice to be able to pick classes without spots being too filled.
Hello, I'm with you on that. That's definitely a pleasure to do. No question about that. No question to have that early registration time. But it's also a great segue, Ryla, because I want to now talk about mental health and work life balance, and in your case, school life balance. There's a lot of times where athletes have to deal with a lot of different things, right? Still have to deal with a lot of different things like as normal people do, but you also playing a sport. People are cheering on you. It's the pressure of the game sometimes. Sometimes the season doesn't go the way that you want it to go. And it's a lot of things that's on your mind at all times, right? And a lot of times that I've had people on this platform, they've said that their mental health has been affected. And I've had journalists that mental health has been affected. And school life balance, right? There's times where athletes take 5 classes and just be drilling themselves in school and take so many classes that they just get burnt out. Tell me, how do you keep your mental health strong, but also still have that school life balance to where it's not all just work and work, 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 work. You get to play a little bit too. 'Cause like I said, you seem like a person that loves to be around people and loves to have a good time. But you also seem very dedicated to the sport of volleyball as well and school.
Yes, so with mental health, that has been a big thing for me this year.
Hmm.
Starting once we got back in August, I did struggle. Like I have been struggling with my mental health.
Right,
So I've reached out to my coaches and said I'm having a really hard time defining, like having a balance between who I am as a person and who I am as an athlete. And I think that's where a lot of athletes struggle. Where if I don't have a good day in practice or I don't have a good game, then it makes you question, like, am I enough? Am I doing
right,
well enough? And then you spiral. So I've had a couple moments this year. I do have like a history with depression, anxiety. So with being at Ryder and having coaches like I trust a lot, it's been really easy for me to just reach out and say, hey, I need some help, or I need this day off. We do mental health days. My coach allows us to have a day off as long as it's not a day before a game. No questions asked, just take your day, have it to yourself, and just
right,
let yourself breathe, which really helps when needed. But my coaches have been doing really well with like catching up with me and being like, how are we doing? I've been going to therapy, and it's been
mm,
doing great. It's helping me a lot, just ways to cope and not get super anxious in games, because it's definitely a lot of pressure with who's in the stands, what do they think about me, what does this other team think about me? Am I going to get pulled because we have so many other outsides. That's the like part of college. And it's
Right.
also just something I wasn't used to in high school, was just I was always this good player that people knew me as. So I never had like the stresses, well, there's other good girls on the same team as me. Sorry, that kind of
Right.
came out wrong, but like in my position, like there's other girls who I know that can come and do my job as well or even better than I can. So it
Right.
does take a toll, but I've been doing really well recently. I've been going to my therapy, talking with my coaches. I have a great support system with my team. So that's been struggling, but definitely finding a light, and it's been really well for the past couple weeks. But it definitely can take a toll on you with catching up with school because when you get into this bad place, it's then I don't want to do my work. And then you get behind and then you feel more stressed. So it's definitely been well. I've been using tutors, which have been helping me so much. Just talking with my coaches, doing academic practice has been really just keeping me on top of everything
Right.
and keeping reminding myself that if I get my work done now and I have this free time tomorrow, I can go do whatever I want with my friends, which has really helped me been able to stay on top of it, get good grades and stuff.
I really appreciate your transparency, Ryla. I really do. And thank you so much for opening up and talking about that. Not a lot of people are comfortable talking about going to therapy. And that's something that to me is a normal thing. Being able to talk to someone that's a professional that can be able to help you out that's, outside of a loved one, because sometimes loved ones, they're great and we love them dearly, but sometimes you need other voices.
Hmm.
Um, you can't just have people that just love you and that always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes you need to have voices to tell you what you need to hear,
Yeah.
and to have an unbiased opinion, right? To be able to talk to you on that level. But it's another great segue because now I want to ask you about advice. Now you being an upperclassman, in school. You're gonna have younger girls that come on the team. You're gonna have younger girls that come into the college. You're gonna have high school girls that may want to come and watch you play, and you may talk to them afterwards, right? So what are some um, advice, or what is some advice that you would give some of those players that play volleyball that want to become student athletes in college? What is some advice that you would give them to how to deal with the college life and how to be a D1 volleyball player?
Yeah. So I always tell girls I coach volleyball as well. I'm
Mm,
a I coached the 15s team last year on
okay.
Princeton Volleyball Club, and I absolutely loved it. It just made me feel like I've worked so hard to get to where I'm at,
Mhm.
and I had struggles between coaches, between girls, between whatever it was.
Yep.
And it's just I feel like I can coach the way that like I've always dreamed to be coached or like to make another girl's experience even better. So I say like just always go for your dreams and to never think about it that it's hard. Like right, like volleyball should be fun. You played it because you love it, so keep
Right.
it fun. Focus on your mental because in volleyball your mental game has to be strong. You have to think
Right.
about what can I do more and what is next. So when you drown in a point of, oh, I could have done this better, you got to just let it go and you got to keep doing your thing. Because when you're in your zone, you're going to be the best person and player you've ever been. So
Mm.
I always just tell girls, it's only hard if you make it hard, right? Like my dad always used to tell me, it's only hard if you make it hard. When you make it easy and fun, you love it again. Like as long as you work for it, it's never hard and you can't not do anything you don't want to do.
Facts. Facts on that. I like the fact that you coach. Do you see yourself being a future coach in volleyball?
I do. I love it. I could see myself like coaching a high school once I'm older and have like a schedule. I would love it. I think giving the girls the experience that using the coaching that I've loved and giving that to them and letting them enjoy the sport instead of maybe some of like the mental toughness parts that I didn't love so much and being able to find a good balance but not taking one side too much.
Okay, I like that. And obviously, I think you would be a terrific coach. I think you're
Thank
very
you.
passionate. Yeah, no question. I think you're very passionate about paying it forward, about giving advice to younger girls and teaching them about volleyball, the basic skills. I think you'll be amazing in that. I want to ask this bonus question, and this bonus question is because you played Syracuse early this year. That's where I'm at. I'm in upstate New York, near Syracuse. Talk to me about that experience of playing that particular school. What did you learn from that experience of playing that school? I believe you guys dropped 3 out of 4 sets on that day. Well, tell me, what did you learn from that, and what did you take from that to implement into your team for the rest of the season?
Yeah, so with it being early, you kind of don't know what's going to happen. I mean, other schools are figuring it out, your school's figuring it out.
Yeah.
Um, we had a great win against Lemoyne, but we knew with Lemoyne that we let an energy dip. We kept going through this roller coaster, and that's why we dropped the set.
Hmm.
With Syracuse, we had this, it's a big school. They play big schools, so they know that they may not be like the best in their conference, but they're a
Right.
great team. So we have to
Right.
respect that.
Right.
So going into it, of course, my team's super excited, super confident. And I think we just let energies dip too much. And I think we've had a lot of problems in that being on a run, being high in the score, and then letting them come back.
Hmm.
The momentum in games are super important. So we're going on a run, we're doing great, we miss a serve, and then we can't serve receive, or hitters can't hit. I mean, they're a great blocking team. So it was just kind of, we just let it slip a little too much. But it was definitely a good learning experience of, hey, we won a set. That's great. Now let's use that because their teams are not going to be the same as the teams in our conference. So it's like we can take an ACC school to 4, possibly we could have took them to 5, and it's like we could have won that game, we know it. So let's take that and let's keep pushing forward to what we have coming ahead.
Mm, I like that. I like that. You speaking like a captain on the team, girl. Are you one of the captains?
I am not.
Oh, okay. Well, I could definitely see you your senior year being one of them for sure. No question. No question about that. This next question is called bucket list. And the reason why it's called bucket list is because I want you to give me a top 4 of events, or maybe I would say matchups or games that you would like to play that you haven't played yet.
Mm, good question.
Hmm.
So 4 teams.
Yeah.
I would have to say Nebraska is just definitely one of them. I think it's a great experience. It's such a high level of volleyball. That would just be a fun experience just to go to Nebraska, be in that big gym where it's always sold out. Like we don't get to play in that kind of environment all the time. Like when we went to Tennessee, it was
Yeah.
great. It was such a new experience in that arena. It was amazing. It was a lifetime experience. Um, I I've never thought of this before.
Hmm.
Let's see. Definitely just bigger schools. I've always wanted to go to Florida, see their
Oh,
court. That would
absolutely.
be fun. Um,
What about Penn State?
Penn State would be another good one. That would be
Okay.
fun.
Okay.
Let's see. I feel like in a West Coast. I've been to California a couple times, never really a West Coast type of girl, but definitely like UCLA is really good. Or even I know it's East Coast, but Louisville,
Mm,
they're a good team. I just love the big arena like feel, and their type of court is different than ours. We play on a wood court, so just like getting the experience of playing these teams who are top 4, top 25, you don't get that
right.
very often. And even
Right.
if it's we're not winning the game, it's that like even in Tennessee, I blocked a girl who was close to a foot over top of me. Like it's just those experiences that you get to remember for the rest of your life that hey, I did that.
Absolutely. No question. And you said it right here. Another bonus question before I get to the next one, and that is, I want to know, how do you stay motivated? right? Because obviously we don't need to, bring up this season or how this season's going, but how do you stay motivated as a player? How do you motivate your teammates when you're giving it your all, but you're not really seeing the results in the way that you want to see them?
Yeah, so we've definitely have had games that we know we could have won and they've slipped from us.
Yeah,
A big thing that we've been talking about as a team that I strongly believe is just the belief in ourselves. Like when we play these bigger teams, we play a lot better, but we know like what we're up against and we're
right,
playing the teams that we could have a chance to win, but we don't because we let things slip. So it's
right.
just kind of remembering your like the belief that we can do it, like no matter the circumstance. And a big one for me is just remembering the little girl who just started, who never thought going D1 was an option or even loving volleyball this much was an option. Like doing it for my little self is
Yeah.
definitely a huge motivator for me.
Are you a person that likes playing at home or on the road more?
Mm, good question. I love home. I just love like being able to have my friends come and all of our families come and just having a good time and being able to show up for my school.
Okay, I like that. There's some people I've asked that question before, and it's been pretty split. There's some people that
Mm.
love to play on the road because they just love to hear the quietness of the crowd. They just love to shut the crowd up.
Yeah,
And
that is a good one.
hmm and but there's some people like yourself that love to play at home because they love seeing their loved ones and they love hearing their loved ones. So
Mhm.
yeah, absolutely. I love that. I really do. That's amazing. That's amazing to hear. Now we've reached the portion of the podcast now that we're gonna do my interactive game, Ryla, called This or That. It's a game I like to play with all of my guests here on the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast, and it's really simple. I'm gonna throw some things at you, and you get to choose this or that. So, are you ready?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Favorite restaurant out of these two? Which restaurant would you rather eat at? Texas Roadhouse or Longhorn Steakhouse?
Oh, Texas Roadhouse, 100%. Nothing gets better than those rolls.
You ain't lying. Put the cinnamon on it. You ain't lying about that one. I'm with you on that. Okay, we starting off pretty good. When it comes to chicken wings, which flavor would you rather put on the wing? Barbecue or lemon pepper?
Oh, lemon pepper. I'm a sucker for lemon pepper.
Yeah. You and me both, girl. You and me both. Now, what do you like your wings wet or dry?
Definitely dry.
Do you like your wings bone in or boneless?
Bone in.
So are you a person that likes to dip your wing into the sauce, or you don't like no sauce on the wing?
I typically don't like a sauce, but I will love a good barbecue chicken wing.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Okay, that's awesome. Now these next five questions have to do with music concerts you rather go to. Okay,
Okay.
so here we go. The first one is: which music concert would you rather go see, Rihanna or Beyonce?
Oh, I hate this question. I'd probably say Rihanna. I
Okay.
love Beyonce, but
Mhm.
I love Rihanna's old music. I think it's great. It's a good
Okay.
like party starter, jumping, dancing type of vibe for me.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see SZA or her?
SZA.
Okay, so you team SZA. I got you. I got you. You
Excuse
team
me.
SZA. You are good. You are good. So you team SZA. I like that. Which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Cardi B or Nicki Minaj?
Oh, that is a good one. Probably Cardi. I don't know. That have to be like a big decision for me.
That
I
would
love
be.
both of them.
I know, but which one is
Ugh.
51%? Which one is 49%?
Actually, I would probably see Nicki. I feel like she's just real good in all of her like remixes, or like featured songs. So I'd probably
Okay.
say Nicki.
Okay, I'm with you on that. Now, which music concert would you rather go see? Would you rather go see Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh, Drake. I grew up on Drake. I love Kendrick Lamar, but Drake was what I listened to since I was 3, so I'll always
Okay.
be a little Drake fan.
I love it. I love it. I ain't mad at you on that one. Now, the last one here. Which music concert would you rather go see? Usher or Chris Brown?
Oh, Chris Brown.
Oh,
Definitely
okay,
Chris
okay.
Brown.
So you team
Usher's
Breezy
good.
on that one.
Yes, I am.
Wow. Okay, okay. That you are definitely in the minority on that. That's for sure. That's
I
for
know I
sure.
am.
That's what's up. Listen, I love. Did you check out his 11/11 tour?
I did not.
Oh, you missed one hell of a show. He
I
put on
bet.
he put on a hell of a show. Chris Breezy definitely did his thing. I'm still got the song Residuals in my mind. No question about it. It's a
I
bop.
bet.
Okay, that's pretty good. Back to the sports. Which sport would you rather play? Would you rather play badminton or bowling?
Bowling.
Are you a good bowler?
I am indeed.
Oh, okay. All right. I feel that's some cap. I feel like we capping
Oh
right
no.
now.
I get way too competitive in it. My friends hate going with me. There's a bowling alley up the street and we go too much.
Okay. You know what? If when I do come to Lawrence, we might have to test that theory out. We might have to test that theory out, Rylah. I'm just
As
saying. All
long as
right.
there's no bumpers.
Oh no, no, no. Oh, come on now. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. Okay. I like that though. I like that. Now, which sport would you rather um watch on TV? Would you rather watch hockey or baseball?
Baseball.
Okay,
I'm
with you on
not
that.
I never got into hockey. None of my family members ever played. My fiance played baseball in high school, so I'm used to going to games. I find interest
Mhm.
in it. I love going at Ryder to support our baseball players. So yeah,
Okay, no doubt, no doubt. Now, do you like desserts?
I do.
Okay, so I'm gonna name 4 categories of desserts. You have to choose one of these categories that you're gonna get rid of and never eat again. Okay,
Okay.
here we go. So the first category is cookies. The next category is candy. The next category is ice cream. The last category is grouped together. So it's cake/pies. Which one are you getting rid of?
I'd probably get rid of cookies. I
Wow.
love candy. Candy's great. We always eat it on the bench. Cake. I love to make a good cake or pie. I love baking. And ice cream, I just could never live without.
Okay. Okay, so let me ask you, what is your favorite ice cream?
Coffee.
Say what?
Coffee ice cream is the best ice cream in the world.
Okay.
I've loved it since I was 6.
Wait a minute. Coffee ice cream since you were 6?
Yes. I visited my great grandmother up in Jersey when I was little, and we were both up at 6 a.m. Of
Hmm.
course, I'm 6 years old, so I'm all energized. And my great grandmother didn't have anything for me to really eat. So she
Right.
goes, "Do you like ice cream?" And I was like, "Yes." I mean, what 6-year old doesn't? And she goes,
Right.
"Why don't we have coffee ice cream?" So I said I'd try it. I ate the whole pint and just loved it ever since.
Wow. That is amazing. Okay, coffee ice cream. Are you a coffee drinker too?
I am.
Okay, so fun fact here, I've never had coffee.
I don't know
Yeah.
how. I
Yeah.
love coffee,
Yeah.
especially the pumpkin spice. That's my favorite.
That- You know what? That just tells me everything I need to know about you, Ryla. That is the pumpkin spice and the coffee ice cream. I love that. That's amazing. Okay. Do you like potato chips?
I do.
Okay. Same format. I'm going to name 4 brands. You have to choose one of these brands you will not eat again. So here we go. The first brand is Ruffles. The next brand is Lay's. The third brand is Doritos. The last brand is Pringles. Which one are you getting rid of?
Ruffles. I don't eat enough of those to love
Oh
them.
my gosh, what the hell? What in the world? Come on, Ryla. Come on now. You killing me, girl. Killing me with the food and the coffee. What is going on? Ruffles is the greatest chip ever made.
I just no. I think Doritos are too good.
They are.
I I love Lay's, especially
They
original or
are.
barbecue,
They are.
but Pringles are too good.
Okay, so you don't have to name those other three. But what is your favorite potato chip?
Mm, Probably the crab one. I love like the crab potato chips. They're so good. It's like Old Bay, Cajun. It's just so good.
Oh, Lord have mercy. We going to stick to the wings because I don't know what food you eating. What is going on? The crab chips? What? Oh my gosh, Ryla.
You gotta try
Okay.
them. They're so good.
Yeah, from your lips to my ears. Yeah, they're so good. Okay, all right. That's definitely convincing. You did very well though with this or that. You did awesome. I'm so
Thank you.
happy that you played the interactive game. Thank you so much. Now, I want to ask you. You talked about giving advice early on. What is some advice that someone has gave you that you hold on dearly to?
Definitely uh, what my varsity coach said my freshman year. I
Okay.
think, I mean, you hear all these D1 volleyball girls being 6 foot and over, and it's just, I never got that. Like, I mean, it's genetics, I can't change it.
Right.
But knowing that as long as I put in the work and the mental state of I am as good as them, whether I'm 5'8", 6 foot, I'm 6'6", whatever, if I play like I'm 6'4", no one can beat me. And I've taken that all throughout high school, through college.
Mhm.
My coaches now, he'll say, "You're 6'4", so play like it, because I know you can."
Right.
It's like a restart for me, just screw whatever I just did, whether it was a mistake or kill. I'm 6'4", and I keep going for it no matter what it is.
I love it. I love that. And that's some really great advice. And shout out to your high school coach. That's amazing. No doubt about that. I want to ask this next particular question, and that is about Marist that's coming up on Friday, right? That's the next opponent. That's the next matchup. What are your expectations going into there playing them? I mean, obviously, I know you expect to win, but what is your feelings? Because you guys are on a losing streak, unfortunately, and you guys want to turn that around. So, what is the thought process heading into that matchup with Marist come Friday night?
I mean, we keep talking, so we keep things in chapters, is what we say in our program.
Right.
Preseason chapter 1, and that side has to close. So we're now on chapter 2. You forget about chapter 1. While it
Hmm.
was a learning experience, it's now time to show up for chapter 2.
I
So
love it.
even though we were on that losing streak, we're at a clean slate.
Okay.
Conference is what matters, and being top in our conference is all we can do. So remembering that we got to believe in ourselves, that we are good enough and we have this good talent, and now we got to just put it to use and just go for the win.
I love that. And listen, I'm going to be cheering for you so hard. Best of luck
Thank
to
you.
you on Friday night against Marist. Now, I want to ask you two final questions before I let you go here. The first one is going to be rapid fire. So the first, the what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some things at you, and the first thing that comes to your mind, Ryla, you shout it out with glee. Okay, so here we go. Rapid fire. Pancakes or waffles?
Waffles,
Juice or soda?
juice,
Red or blue?
blue.
Favorite Netflix TV series?
Oh, this is a good one. I would have to say Scandal.
Scandal is very good. Look at you. Okay. Olivia Pope. Look at you.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
All right. I'm with you on that. Favorite sandwich?
Ooh, that's a great question. My favorite sandwich, I make it my own. Corned beef, some pepper jack, and some lettuce. Perfect for me.
Oh. Why did I ask another food damn question? Why did I ask a food question, yo? Okay, you know what? We're gonna move on. You're right. It's your favorite sandwich. Favorite board game.
Ooh, that doesn't count as a board game. I'm really into poker right now, but that's not really a board game. I would have to say Clue.
Okay, Clue. And I would say the card game is poker for you. Okay, that's amazing. If you had a choice to choose three other people, so it's 3 plus 1, so 3 plus you equaling 4, to take on vacation, who would those three people be and where would you go? Now, Ryla, before you choose, you can choose family, friends, or celebrities.
Oh, okay. I'd probably, of course, take my fiance. Love him. Don't get to see him being in the military and so far away.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I'd probably just take. Oh, I leave two more. I'd probably say my home best friend and my school best friend. We're all really close, all four of us, and I would just love to just have more time with all of them.
Okay. Now, where would you go?
I really want to go in Europe, just everywhere in Europe, like
Europe. Okay.
backpacking.
Okay. Now, if you had a choice to listen to three songs or three artists on repeat and never get tired of them, who would those three artists or three songs be?
Start with artists. I'd probably have to say, oh goodness, there can be three different genres. I would say
Mhm.
Drake.
Okay. Drizzy.
I would say Beach House. It's like indie music. Love
Oh,
them.
yeah. Yeah, they're different.
And I would probably say Morgan Wallen. Those
That is
three.
that. Wow, that is definitely different. No question about that. Okay. But those are three really good artists. So I like the variety there. That's for sure. I like the variety. Um, favorite color.
Pink for sure.
Favorite sport outside of volleyball.
Hmm. Probably football.
Favorite position outside of outside hitter.
Libero. Love them. I love defense. I love digging.
Mm, I like that. I like that. If they came to you and they said, Ryla, you are a terrific volleyball player. You're awesome and you're amazing, which you certainly are, at least in my eyes, and I'm sure in many other people's eyes as well. But
Thank
we
you.
want you, you're very welcome, but we want you to play another sport. Out of these three sports, which one would you be likely to play? Would you play lacrosse? Would you play soccer? Or would you play basketball?
I'd probably play lacrosse.
Really?
I had a friend who played lacrosse and I loved going to her games, cheering her on. I just like that it's just different. Like I like that I felt like it was kind of a newer sport. When I was in high school, not a lot of people played it and I just thought it was cool. Their uniforms are cute, so I think it would be fun.
Okay, I like that. Now, my final question to you, you did great with rapid fire. I need you to name two other sport athletes that you would recommend to do this podcast, so the Work Hard, Play Harder podcast that will come on that you think will want to do this podcast.
Yeah, probably my two roommates, Keegan O'Connor and Anya Kelly. Love them. They thought me doing this was so cool, and I'm sure they would love to do it. They're both really passionate in what they do, and I think it'd be great.
Well, definitely gonna have to get Keegan and Anya on here. There's no question about that. I would love to have them on here and have them tell their stories as well. And this has been a pretty dope episode as well. You know, hearing your background of growing up in Virginia, obviously coming out to New Jersey, doing your thing. I love that. I love what you're doing. I love the positivity you speak of, and I love the fact that you're coaching. You're coaching as well. That's amazing too, Ryla. And I think that I'm a new fan of yours. No question about that. I'm definitely going to keep in touch with you, keep in touch with your team. And best of luck to you again on Friday night and for the rest of the season with your volleyball team. My final question to you is: there anything else you would like to add about yourself, or any other advice, or anything at all before we conclude?
Sure, I think a big thing that my dad always told me was nothing comes easy as long as you work. And I feel like every girl, boy playing sports, just always reaching for their goals and never giving up is like the most important thing you can do.
Hmm. Well said. That's a mic drop right there. We're gonna leave it at that. I want you to take care. Thank you for rocking with me late night here. You enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening, and you and I will certainly be in touch, Rylah.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too.
Bye.